So I'm standing there on that stage at the beautiful Florida Theater in Jacksonville, and it was the anniversary of the day that they had told us 3 years earlier that my dad had stage 4 cancer, which is an awful day for us. But I'm watching my mom in the audience, where it was just such a sad day. She almost didn't want to come because she was just so sad that day. And she's on the phone, and they're doing my pictures and stuff, but there she is, and she's calling my brothers, and I could tell that she was just happy and laughing. And then I see her making, sending texts and making more calls, and I'm like, how amazing. So at the ball, after the coronation ball afterward, because I
Mhm.
had shared the story of my dad with the director, and they knew that I was buying crowns, and I was taking it to the children and doing this outreach, sharing, these symbols of hope with these children, and that my mom was doing it with me. So at the ball, hold on, my mother was always the wind beneath my wings my entire life, dressing me up, putting me on stage when I was in talent shows as a little girl. I was a majorette,
Mhm.
making sure my hair was. She's always been that Sicilian Italian mom behind the scenes, making us all look good.
Mhm.
That night, my director surprised my mother and surprised me and made my mom an honorary ambassador for the American Dream pageant and crowned her at the ball, sash and crown. Talk about God giving me a promise in my closet where I was crying and praying, trading ashes for a crown of beauty, and watching the joy in my mom's face from this silly moment of receiving a crown and sash. And then we traveled together my entire reign, sharing tiaras of hope, including to St. Jude's Children's Hospital 2 different times that year. And to this day, I've purchased and shared over 6,000 tiaras of hope. I have ambassadors in Canada, UK, Scotland, Brazil, and all over the US. And everybody's
Wow.
just volunteers. They buy the tiaras themselves, and they go to nursing homes, and they go to children's hospitals. They'll go to 5K walks and share this powerful message. So that's part of what Good Neighbor program is as well. So this show that is happening on Saturday at the
Yes.
Clermont Center for Performing Arts is
Yes.
is all a culmination and a thank you to all of those people that link arms with us all year long when we reach out and say, "Hey, this is what a need is," and we're producing an amazing show. We got Tony Danza. I saw your interview. Like, you feel the same way. It's Tony Danza.
Yeah,
We know.
it's
Hey, Bailey, you and I know who the boss is, right?
well, we do, we do. You know,
Yeah.
it's it takes quite an event to, I think, draw such, to attract such big talent. It will be pretty exciting to see Tony there. But I do need to ask, so for that night, right? We're gonna show up. We're gonna bring potentially our non-perishable goods, potentially a
Mhm.
blanket. People definitely can support by purchasing a ticket to go to the show. But
See?
in what other ways can our viewers support? What else can be done? Maybe not even that night, but maybe throughout the year. What can we do?
Well, I mean, if anybody's interested in Tiaras of Hope, I'm always looking for
Okay.
ambassadors for that. Every time I leave the children's hospitals in Orlando, I'm like, I could sit there all day, every day, and it's just, there's such a need for that part of the ministry. But really, what I ask is for everybody to open their eyes and their ears, and maybe when they read a story, say, I wonder if I should do something about this, or, research a charity that's at their heart. Do the research, be sure they're comfortable with them, and link arms with them. Just, I have a motto. I said, no day should ever be about me. How can I be a blessing to one person every day? So, that this isn't about us. This is about us just asking people to open their eyes and ears, and just like we saw that story in the paper that changed our lives. During COVID, during the actual shutdown, remember that nobody could graduate from high school and college and stuff. It
Yep.
was just such a terrible time. So
Yeah.
I had gone to the local store to get a graduation card for somebody I needed to send it up north.
Mhm.
And I had my mask on, and I'm in the store and I'm going through the cards, and the person next to me was actually from one of the card distribution companies,
Hmm. Hmm.
um, organizing the cards. And she turned and she looked at me, Bailey, and she goes, "I am so sorry. This is such a mess." And I said, "There's no need to be sorry. Everything's a mess right now. Not an exaggeration." She stopped. She filled up with tears. "Can I hug you?" I said, "Of course you can." She said, "You're the first person that's been kind to me today." Because she's going to the stores, she's, you
Wow.
know, taking her stuff, and everyone's nasty because everything's such a disarray. But it affected her so much that I was like, that's okay. Everything's a mess. Who
Hmm.
would have thought that those few words would have made a difference, right? Like she had to go away and go to the restroom and pull herself together to come back. And I didn't be like, oh, that's a great thing I just did. It humbled me. Like, our words are so powerful. We have to be careful what we say to people every day. Life and death's in the power of the tongue. Little did I know saying, that's okay, everything's a mess, was going to impact somebody. So, that's really the heart of what the Good Neighbor program is,
Hmm.
is just stopping and listening. I heard her. Like if somebody says to you tomorrow and they tell you any story, if they tell you something, they're looking for somebody to listen.
Hmm.
So, come to the show, help us sell out. We want to bless Tony with him saying, "Wow, I've never been received like I was in Clermont, Florida." We have a pre-show that's part of the ministry part of it.
Okay.
Rob Kerr Ensemble will be
Mm.
performing the pre-show with their new Disney album that was up for Grammy nomination.
Yeah.
It's pretty powerful. I will be sharing in song a little bit with them, and also a little bit of the Good Neighbor program, message as a thank you to the community. The producers of the show, everybody volunteers, and they're all professionals in the industry. Everybody producing, lighting, sound, stage, decoration, everything is all volunteers. They've been working on this for months and months and months. So it's more than
Mm.
just that one concert. It is an entire event. The doors open at 6:30. You get to walk the red carpet and just start the holidays off in a really pretty special way. By the way, there's about 4 seats left in that front row. If anybody wants to meet and greet Tony, there's, I think, 4 tickets still available for that.
That that sounds like quite a night. Definitely more than even my previous interview conveyed. So I'm so thankful that you took the time to walk us through that. I am super excited about the pre-show, the show. My wife and I are actually going to Amore for dinner that night, right before.
Yes,
So I'm really glad
yes.
that you brought up that they were a partner. So Diane, I cannot wait to meet you, and I
I
am
can't wait
super
to meet you.
excited to be there Saturday night. Thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Thank you for your time. Will you add the links to the tickets?
Definitely. I'll
Okay.
have the QR code and then the link. I think it's
Okay.
tix.com. I'll post all that.
Okay. Thank you. I'll see you. What did I say? 5 more sleeps.
Five
Five
more
more
sleeps.
sleeps.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Diane.
All right. Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.